Okay, here I am in Eclipse. I'm going to use the Java project that I created in our last exploration called Initial Concepts. I will right-click on it, do New Class, call my class Basic Console IO, and I'm going to leave checked this public static void main. When I press Finish, it gives me the basic code for the class with the main method started. Whatever code I put in here gets executed when I execute this class. So I'm going to put in system.out.println and then double quotes. This is line 1. Close the double quotes, the parenthesis, and a semicolon. System.out.println. This is line 2. Now what happens when I try and run this? Down in my console section, it's going to give me the results. It writes, this is line 1, this is line 2. Now if I change it up here, this is line 2 extended, save it, and execute again, it prints my new information. Now what's the difference between a print and a print line? Let's change the first print line to just print and see what happens after I save it and execute it. Now notice how all of my output is run together on one line. This is line 1, since it was a print and not a print line. Gets immediately followed by this is line 2 extended. Now here I've put all of my output in double quotes. I could have used a variable if I chose. I could say string s equals double quote. Here is a variable. And now if I put in a print statement, let's put one after this, system.out.println, and instead of putting a quoted string, I'll just put the variable s. Save it and execute. Notice I have the output I originally had, plus here is a variable gets printed. So that's the basic syntax for system.out.print, system.out.println. Now, how do I get information from the user? I have to create a scanner. So I'm going to say scanner space, give it a name for what I want to call it. I'm going to call mine console and make that equal a new scanner hooked up to system.in. Now notice Java is giving me this red X here saying I don't know what a scanner is until you tell me. But if I just hover over where it's complaining, it tells me a quick fix. It says, do you want to import a scanner? I know there is one in the Java utility package. Click that, and Eclipse automatically puts in this statement for you, so you don't have to remember the exact syntax of that. Okay, now I've got a scanner called console. I can do things like string s, give myself a variable called s, and say s equals console dot. When I type a dot, Eclipse will pop up with, here's all the things a scanner can do. I'm going to get the next line. So I'll double click on this, have a semicolon. What this will do is open up the console area for me to type something in. Whatever I type in gets put in the variable s. Now, I haven't printed anything out, so if I execute this, I won't know what I'm trying to print in. So let's put something here like system.out.print. What is your name? And then after we've read it in, I'm going to do system.out.println. How are you doing? And concatenate the name that I just read in. So before we execute, let's see what should happen. Print out what is your name. Allow the user to type something in. Save it in the variable s. Now print out how are you doing with whatever was saved in s. So I am going to save this, run it. Down here, it prints out what is your name. I'm going to put in Mr. I, hit enter, and it prints out how are you doing, Mr. I. You should play around with the system.out.println, system.out.print, and the scanner so that you know how to use them, because you're going to have to do that for your first couple of programming assignments. I hope this helped you out. Thank you.